Sorted. We're there. We're there. Oh, right then. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. Lovely to see you back. It's my favourite season, this coming into September. It always feels. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday who was saying she already feels her energy dipping because she really struggles in the winter, whereas I feel completely the opposite. I struggle in summer, and now it's like, I feel completely energized. Love it, love it, love it. So, welcome, welcome. This is inspired by two separate but related things. The first one was an incident in Waitrose, and the second one was a magazine article or a newspaper article. So I was in Waitrose the other day, and I was in a hurry to get to my own yoga class. I was going as a student for once, and the lady was. I needed her to swipe her supervisor card to allow me to use a newspaper token. And she was stood and looking around, and I could see the machine sort of saying, swipe card. And in the end, I said to her, I'm really sorry, but I think you need to swipe your card. And she said, sorry, sorry. I was waiting for it to speak to me. And then I realized what she meant was she was waiting for the machine to beep and that she would spring into action, like Pavlov's dog response. I thought, my goodness, is this where we are now? That the machines are speaking to us, and we're, kind of surrounded by all of this noise, this electronic noise that prompts us into action. And apparently I'm not the only one who feels this way. I was reading an article at the same time, funnily enough, it might have been a day or so later, and it really resonated with me. So I'll just read a little bit to you, and it might just strike a chord with you guys too. We live amidst a rising tide of noise in a world of constant interruption. Everything bleeps or blorps. Emails ping as they arrive from bosses at all times of the day and night that make a mockery of contracted hours and a work-life balance. Music plays in every shop, every call waiting queue. It plays in every restaurant, making it difficult to have a conversation with your dining companions. People shout into phones everywhere you go. And the actual idea of holding the phone to your ear, for example, has gone out the window. Now you put it to loudspeaker and hold it horizontally in front of your mouth so that I hear both sides of your conversation rather than just one. And headphones for listening to music, television, or TikTok are a thing of the past. But why does this matter? It matters because human beings need a bit of peace. We need quiet. We need time to piece together our thoughts and reflect, cogitate, make sense of things that have happened to us, process events and imagine future ones and work out our potential responses. We lose something important when noise and nonsense become inescapable. We need these restorative moments throughout the day. We should all make more noise about the need for quiet. I love that last line. And I totally agree with that. I think we do live in a very busy and noisy world. And certainly this space that we create for ourselves, no matter how often we do it, for us, I think certainly for me is that moment of restorative calm where we can retreat from all of that busyness. So let's see if we can just treat ourselves to, this next hour without worrying about that noise and bleeps and blorps, no interruptions, phones on silent. And let's start by lying down today too. Welcome back to the mat, hugging the knees, maybe having a little rock side to side so you can massage your back against the floor there. With your circle of your knees, whatever feels good. And then just allow your feet to come down to the floor. You can keep your knees bent or stretch the legs out. I'm just going to come up to sit up so I can talk to you this morning. So coming to whatever position feels comfortable where you can allow yourself. Maybe it's your first practice, allow yourself to come back after a little break to welcome in this next hour, which is totally for you guys. I need to be on high alert for incoming emails, phone calls. I think that does it to us, this noise that we live in. We become very highly attuned to the outer world. Whereas yoga encourages us to tune our inner ear and become more aware of that inner landscape. So acknowledging that there will be extraneous noise around us. I can hear a little bit of traffic. Just below that, I can hear the beautiful sound of a bird singing in the garden. And so there might be some extraneous noise where you are. So rather than attaching any emotion to it or words like good or bad, annoying, irritating, just acknowledge. And then bring your awareness to that inner world. Tuning in with yourselves now, seeing how you feel, maybe, like I say, after a little bit of a break. Acknowledging any tight spots that you know you've got to work on today to treat with a little bit of TLC. Always nice after a little break in the summer to come back to that routine and regularity of our practice. And so let's start by coming into our bodies with a lovely full body stretch, reaching the arms and the legs out if you've not done so. And just take a little circle of your wrists and your ankles, the arms above your head and the legs long in front of you as you circle. And beginning the fingers moving a little ways. And then circle round in the opposite direction. Moving the wrists, moving the ankles. And then pausing in that lovely stretch, maybe having a little wiggle, stretching one side of the body and then the other as you reach back through the fingertips. And then as you lower the arms, we'll walk the feet in this time, hip width apart or thereabouts, heels towards your bottom. Lovely. And from there, just going to pick up your right knee and give it a nice squeeze in towards your chest. So the other knee is bent, the foot on the floor, relaxing your shoulders as you just get a little stretch for the lower back. And then release that foot to the floor. And then we'll swap sides. So bringing the left knee up, giving it a little squeeze, softening into the back of the shoulders as you squeeze that knee in. And then letting it go. Lovely. And this time we're going to add on with breath. So as you inhale, bring the right knee up. And as you exhale, give it a squeeze. And if you want to bring your nose towards your knee, feel free. Lower the head, lower the shoulders as you inhale. And exhale, let the foot come to the floor. Other side, left knee comes up. As you breathe out and squeeze, maybe again, rounding on up. Inhale to lower the head. And exhale, foot to floor. And just continue now. A few more each side. If you want to keep your head and shoulders on the floor today, that's fine. You just get that little squeeze of the knee. You want to start working into your core a little bit. Rounding up, keeping the chin towards your chest. Let's do one more with the right knee and one more with the left knee. Whether you're choosing to round on up or not, really doesn't matter. We'll do one more with that left knee coming up, rounding up if you wish. And then lowering all the way back down and the foot comes to the floor. Brilliant. Leaving the head and shoulders on the floor this time. Let's pick up that right knee. Using one hand or both hands, just start to circle the knee round in a big or a smaller movement as feels good, and then just change direction there. Okay. And this time, as you bring the knee to your chest, interlace the hands around the back of the leg. And keeping the knee bent just for the moment. And then as you inhale, we're going to straighten that leg up towards the sky, flexing the foot, and then exhale, rebend the knee. Twice more. So every time we straighten the leg, you're pushing the sole of the foot up towards the sky. And then release. Lovely. One more time. So lower back, pressing down as you extend the leg up. And then bend the knee. And this time, let's take the leg up and we're going to hold it there. And just start to point and flex that right foot. Relaxing the shoulders, the upper body as you point and flex the foot. And then with a flex foot, we're going to hook ankle over opposite knee. And just listening to our bodies today. Maybe you stay there, pressing the knee away from you and just rock from side to side. That can feel quite nice. Or go ahead and bring the arms out level with your shoulders and make that little rock a little bit bigger. So you're bringing the sole of the foot to the floor, and then bringing the knee to the floor. And so you're making that movement from side to side as generous or as controlled as you wish, but whatever version we're doing, we're pressing that right knee away from you, so we're opening up into the hip. And maybe you want to stay rocking, or if you want more, come to center, coming into that reclined pigeon, picking up your left foot, bringing the hands to hold around the back of that left thigh, bringing that right shin in towards you, little flex in the foot. And again, you might continue to gently move from side to side if that feels nice. And then from there, let's bring both feet back down to the mat, hip width apart. Pausing for a moment, maybe noticing that right side feels a little different. And then keep the head and shoulders on the floor as you bring the left knee up. And again, we'll start with those little circles. You can use one hand or both hands. I just like to use my left hand to guide it round in those little circles or big movement. Let's go around one way and then we'll change direction. Moving around the opposite way. Feel different on this side. And then bringing the knee to the chest, holding around the back of the leg. Again, we'll keep that heel to your bottom. And then we'll straighten the leg up to the sky as you inhale, as you flex the foot. And exhale to bend the knee. Lovely, twice more. So every time you extend the leg, you're pressing the low back down into the floor. Let's do that one more time, stretching into the back of the leg. And this next time, let's take the leg up to the ceiling and pause there as you point and flex the foot. That nice stretch in the ankle. And then with a flex foot, we'll hook the ankle over the opposite knee. And again, maybe just stay there, press the knee away and shift the weight from side to side. Or again, you can bring the arms out level with your shoulders and begin to make that rocking movement a little bit bigger. Bringing the knee to the floor and then the sole of the foot down to the floor. All the time pressing that left knee away from you so you're getting that nice sense of space across the hips. And again, maybe you stay there just rocking or coming to stillness, picking the right foot up and threading the hands through so you can hold on around the back of that right thigh, bringing the shin towards you. Try and relax your right heel to your bum there. There's no tension. And again, maybe a little bit of movement, whatever feels good there. Lovely. And then let's slowly release. Bringing both feet back down to the mat. Pressing down into your feet this time as you inhale. Let's lift the hips up into a little shoulder bridge. And then as you exhale, roll that down. And that might be enough listening to your body today. Or if you want to reach the arms back above your head as you inhale, getting that lovely stretch. And then exhale to lower everything back down to the floor. Let's do that twice more. So as you lift your hips, just have a little check that you're not dipping into one side, that both sides of the body are working evenly there. Waking up the back of the body. Let's do that one more time. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And coming all the way back down. This time we're going to come up and hold, reaching the arms back, lifting those hips high. Maybe walk your feet closer towards you so you can lift your heels up, finding a little bit more height through the hips. Now keep the arms where they are, keep the hips lifted as you roll your way down. On your tiptoes, lengthening your tailbone down. And then when you get there, bring the knees in towards the chest, give them a hug. But a rock or a roll from side to side, and then you decide how you want to come up to seated today. You can hold behind your knees and roll your way up, or just roll to one side. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to sit cross-legged, but it's entirely up to you how you choose to sit today. Just bring the hands onto the knees, sitting up nice and tall. We'll start to draw some circles with the body. Again, making that movement as big or as small as feels good. Oh, that feels nice just to get the body moving. We'll go around one way. And then we'll just change direction. So maybe the shoulders start to get involved. Yeah, just finding any tight spots. And then coming to stillness with the hands on the knees. And just start to arch the back. So imagine you want to pull against your knees and puff your chest forwards as you lift your chin. And now hold on to the knees as you round the spine like the angry cat, little version of our cat-cow. So as you inhale, you rock forwards and lengthen the chin. And exhale, tuck the chin in as you round. A couple more like that, just a little version, rocking backwards and forwards on your sit bones there. Lovely, last one, we'll come forwards. And then round, lovely. Sitting up nice and tall, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. And exhaling, bring the hands to the heart. Interlace the hands, push the palms forwards and up. Take a big breath in. And keep the wrists flexed as you take the arms all the way down to the sides. Lovely. And again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart. Interlace those hands, push the palms forwards and up. And then that big push of the arms, maybe a little ways back behind you, out to the side. Last one, opening up through the shoulders, into the chest. Hands to heart. Push the palms forwards and up. And this time, bring the hands to the knees. Bring those knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little hug. And then extend both legs out in front of you. You can pop a nice generous bend in the knees if you need to. Lovely. So we're going to sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Grow really tall. Try and keep that height as you hinge forwards, coming down over the legs. And then slide or walk the hands back towards you. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale to fold all the way down. Lovely. Sliding those hands back one more time. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale to fold. Lovely. Last time. This time we're going to come all the way down and hold. So inhale, reaching up. And as you exhale, fold down over the legs. Again, you can bend your knees as much as you need to as you take that little forward fold. Keeping the chin tucked in, the neck nice and long. Lovely. Then rolling your way up. Bring that right heel in towards your bottom. Just let that knee roll open and take the left leg out on the diagonal there. Lovely. So right heel in. And take that right arm up and coming over the top into that lovely side stretch, reaching for your toes. Come all the way up, right hand behind the hip. And this time left arm in front of the face. An option to lift the hips up off the floor. So inhale to center. Exhale as you come over that straight leg. Inhale to center. And as you exhale, sweep and maybe lift the hips up. Lovely. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling. Doesn't matter how far over that leg you come. Just try and keep your chest open. Lovely. Inhaling. And exhale to lift the hips. One last time. Beautiful. Let's lower all the way down. And then turning your chest towards that straight leg. So you might need to draw that left hip back. Hands on either side of the thigh as you inhale. And exhale, take a little walk of your fingers forwards towards your toes. We're melting down over that left leg this time. Just gently drawing yourself down. Your chest over that leg. Lovely. Rolling your way back up. Then we'll swap sides. So left heel comes in, right leg goes out on the diagonal this time. So this time we're going to come over to the right. So left arm lifts, take an inhale. Exhale as you come over the top. Lovely. Inhale to center. And as you exhale, we'll do that little sweep and maybe the lift of the hips up off the floor. Inhale to center. Exhale as we come over the top. Inhale to center. And exhale to sweep. Lovely. Let's do that one more time. You might notice that one side feels a little stiffer than the other this morning. Perfectly normal. Last time to lift those hips up if you wish. And then we come all the way down, taking that subtle drawing of that right hip back so you can angle yourself squarely over that straight leg. Inhale as you lift up. And exhale, take that little walk forwards with your fingertips down over the right leg this time. Letting that knee be as bent as you need to protect the back this morning. Lovely. And then let's roll ourselves all the way back up. And we'll find our way round onto all fours. Now, if you can bear it with your hips and your knees, let's take the knees wide and the big toes together. But if that doesn't work, then just come into your usual tabletop. Hands underneath your shoulders, whatever configuration of knees works for you today. Coming into that cat-cow that we did on the floor. So as you inhale, let's pull the chest forwards as you tip the tailbone up and exhale to round. And if you've got your knees wide, you might feel that a little differently around the pelvis and the hips. Inhale as you pull the chest forwards and exhale to round the spine. Lovely. A few more like that. Just seeing how that feels this morning. Keep pressing into those hands as you ripple that movement up and down the spine. And then coming to that nice tabletop position. Option again to keep those knees wide as you begin to take the body round in a circle again, just like we did when we were seated. And again, you can make that movement kind of a bit more creative here. You might turn that into more of a figure of 8 movement with the body. Getting into any tight spots this morning. Oh, that feels nice, just moving the body. And then good luck on this one, especially if you're doing a figure of 8. We're going to try and go around the opposite way. This is when it can get quite interesting. And it just feels really nice and fluid there. Lovely. And then we'll come all the way to stillness. Again, if you can bear to keep those knees wide, feel free. If not, bring them underneath your hips. Come into thread needle, so taking the right arm up to the sky. Let's take an inhale. And exhale, feed the arm through. Moving with breath. Inhale, reach the arm up, so you're turning the chest. And exhale, feed the arm through. Lovely. Last time. So this time we're going to see if we can hold that arm underneath you. So sliding the fingertips away, coming down onto the side of the head there. Just relax the right arm and lean into that ever so slightly. So you're gently shifting the weight towards the right shoulder. Pressing that right arm very gently down into the floor, getting a deeper stretch if you wish. That's it. And pushing off that left hand, let's take the right arm all the way back up. Big breath in. And then bringing the hand down underneath you. Let's do the other side. So left arm reaches up for the sky, breathing in. And breathing out, feed the arm through. Lovely. And again, inhale to reach up. And exhale to feed it through. This time we'll hold if it feels good. So we'll take the arm up. And then feed the arm underneath. So just slide those fingertips away so you can come down onto the side of the head there. And again, a gentle lean into that left side. Opening up that space in the shoulder. Then pushing off that right hand, let's take the left arm all the way back up. Bringing the hands underneath you. Let's bring those knees back underneath the hips and take a moment in child pose. Walking the hands forwards. And just see if you can lift up onto your fingertips there. So your elbows are lifted. And you might just rock gently from side to side, massaging your head against the floor if that feels nice. Really lengthening those arms away from you as you hug your bottom back towards your heels. Nice. And then let's bring the hands all the way down to the floor. You've got the option to stay there. Or as you inhale, let's come up onto all fours like an angry cat. And exhale, come down onto your belly. Hug those elbows in. Inhale, come up through cobra. And exhale, push back into that child pose. Lovely. Twice more if that feels good. Seeing how that feels on the body today. This little floor flow, knowing that as we come into a little version of our sun salutes, you can always skip the plank and lower down onto your knees and take this version. We'll meet in child pose. Meet all the way back. Lovely. Coming on to all fours, knowing you can stay there, or this time tuck the toes and join me in downward dog. And when you get there, just start to pedal out your feet, maybe moving your hips from side to side. Nice. And then slowly coming to stillness, pushing those hips up and back and letting your heels sink towards the floor. Lovely. Breathing there as you feel that lovely leg through the side body and into the back of the legs. And from there, slowly start to walk your feet towards your hands, coming to the top of your mat. Bend your knees, catch your elbows, and just sway gently side to side. Let the head hang. Nice. And then let the arms dangle in front of you as you roll your way up to stand. Take your time and take a couple of nice shoulder rolls when you get there. Lovely. So let's take the arms up to the sky. Interlace the hands behind your back. And just pull the knuckles down and keep your chest and your hips square towards me as you take a little look over that right shoulder, trying not to drop the chin. And then we'll come all the way back through center and then over to the other side. Lovely. Let's do one more each way. So you're just having a little peep as far behind you as you can. And then back to center. And then over to the left. All the way back. And release the arms. Again, give those shoulders a little shake. So we're going to come into a little version of our sun salutes. Not too hectic today, just nice and gentle. Something to, again, just bring us out of that external and into our bodies. So we start with the hands together at the heart. We'll do the first side without worrying too much about that breath adding on, and then we'll see if we can bring the two together. So hands come to the heart, we soften the shoulders, and we make sure we're lifting up nice and tall through the spine. Now open your palms, almost like you're opening into the pages of a book. And keep the inside edges of your hands connected as you extend them forwards. And then turn the palms away as you swim the hands all the way behind you, bringing them onto your lower back, where you can gently open the chest, squeeze the elbows back behind you. And then sliding the hands all the way down the back of the legs, coming into your forward fold, little massage on the way. And then sliding the hands up the front of the legs as you come into your flat back, really pushing off your legs to lengthen the spine. And then bend the knees, plant the hands, and we'll take the right leg all the way back behind you and just bring the knee down to the floor. Lovely. Keeping that right hand on the floor. Going to circle the left arm forwards and up, and then all the way back and down. Twice more. Forwards and up, and then all the way back and down. Lovely. One more time. And now change direction. Take that arm all the way back. And then forwards, really getting into the shoulders. You can bend the elbows as much as you need to. Lovely. One more time. And this time, bringing both hands down to frame that front foot. Coming up onto your fingertips, you might wiggle that front foot forwards as you inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, roll back into that little hamstring stretch. Lovely. Twice more. Inhaling, drop the hips. And exhale to roll back. Lovely. One more time. Lovely. And this time we'll plant the foot, plant the hands, pick up the back knee, and we meet in downward facing dog. Knowing you can lower to all fours, this time we'll roll forwards to plank, shoulders over your wrists, and then drop to your knees and down onto your chest. And we'll take those hands nice and wide off your mat. Fingertips on the floor, elbows high. As you inhale, coming into that lovely open-hearted cobra. And exhale, turn to the right as you lower the head down. Inhale, come up through center. And then we change direction, we look to the left. One more each way. Rising on up through that lovely open-hearted cobra. And then closing down. One more time. Looking over that left shoulder as you lower. Coming up through center. And lowering down, hands under the shoulders, push back all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Lovely. Your downward dog, bend your knees generously. Then we'll step right foot forwards, lower that back knee. This time left hand stays on the floor as you circle the right arm forwards and up. And then all the way back and down. Lovely chest stretch. All the way up. And all the way down. Lovely. One more in this direction. Lovely. Now we change. The arm goes back. Yeah, really big circles into the shoulder. Again, bending the elbow, or even bringing your hands onto your shoulder if that's a little bit too much, or bring the hand down. And have that little wiggle of your foot forwards, coming up onto your fingertips. Take an inhale and exhale, rock back, maybe lifting the toes. You can always keep the foot on the floor. Inhale, drop the hips. And exhale to roll back. Lovely, let's do that one more time. Beautiful. This time we'll plant the foot, pick up the back knee and step forwards into your flat back. And then fold down over the legs. Let's rise on up, sweeping the arms up to the sky. And exhaling, bringing the hands to the heart. Lovely. We're going to do the other leg and see if we can add on with the breath. So again, hands to heart, dropping the shoulders, opening your palms. And as you inhale, we'll take the arms forwards. And as you exhale, bring the hands all the way onto your bottom. Inhale as you lift the chest. And exhale, hands slide down the legs into that forward fold. Lifting up halfway as you breathe in. And breathing out, stepping the left leg back this time. Left hand stays on the floor. Right arm circles forwards and up. And all the way back and down. Lovely. So circling that right arm this time. One more in this direction. And then changing. So inhale, circle the arm forwards. Lovely. Twice more. Again, you can modify, make that movement smaller. And then bringing the fingertips down to frame the foot as you inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, rock back. Lovely. Twice more, moving with breath. Lift the chest. And then rock back. Lovely. One more time. Lovely. Plant the foot. Pick up the back knee and we meet in downward facing dog. As you inhale, pull the body forwards to plank. And as you exhale, knees down, chest down. Taking those hands off the mat as you inhale, waving the chest up through cobra. And as you exhale, looking over that right shoulder. Inhaling through center. And the opposite way with that head turn. Lovely. One more each way. Doesn't matter if you're moving the head in the opposite direction to me because we're going to balance things out. One more time. Lovely. Pushing up through center. One more time. Inhale. And exhale to lower. Hands under the shoulders. Coming onto all fours. Breath in. And breathing out. Downward facing dog. Walking those feet in half a step or two so you can lift the hips. Take a nice deep breath in. Feel that sinking of your heels as you exhale. Let's look forwards, bend the knees, and as you inhale, step the left foot forwards and lower the back knee. Left arm reaches forwards and up, and then all the way back and down. Lovely. Twice more in this direction. Left arm taking that big circle. Shoulders should feel nice and warm now. And then we'll swap directions 3 times, moving the opposite way. So you're doing a little front crawl here, front crawl and back crawl. Inhaling up. This time as you exhale, we'll land both hands down. Coming up onto your fingertips as you inhale. And rocking the hips back as you exhale. Lovely. Twice more like that. Just exploring and listening to how those hamstrings feel today. Last time. Let's plant the foot, pick up that back knee, and as you inhale, coming into your flat back, top of the mat, and exhale to fold. Let's rise on up, breath in, and hands to heart. Gorgeous team, a little sip of my water here. Woo! Now, knowing you can stay with that little version there, or we're going to add on. So it's entirely up to you how you go. Okay, let's see how we go. So let's start once more at the top of the mat. The hands together at your heart, dropping the shoulders. Let's open those palms, gazing down into your hands. And let's take the arms forwards as you inhale. And this time as you exhale, bring the hands behind you and maybe interlace the hands. Draw the knuckles down as you inhale. And as you exhale, we fold and the arms lift up and away. You're pushing the knuckles towards the sky. Getting that lovely stretch in the shoulder. Lovely. Let's release the hands, fingertips to floor, shins or thighs as you lift up halfway. Take an inhale. As you exhale, slide or step the right leg back. And if you can, we're going to keep that back knee off the floor. And really drop the hips so that back knee is lifted and the chest is forwards. As you circle the left arm forwards and up. And then back and down. Lovely. Just in this direction this time. Inhaling. And exhaling. Keep pushing that back heel away from you one more time. Beautiful. Bringing both hands down. Now option to lower the back knee. Or keeping that back knee lifted as you inhale, push the hips up and back into your pyramid. And then as you exhale, bend the front knee, keeping that back knee off the floor. Inhaling, pushing up and back. And exhale to bend the knee. Lovely. One more time. Beautiful. Let's come up and hold. So either with that back knee off the floor, or you can lower the back knee and just pull the toes of that front foot towards the face. You decide. So wherever we are, let's all bend that front knee, plant the hands, and really push into your hands. See if you can keep your shoulders over your wrists as you step back into plank this time. Whoa, a little bit of control. Shift the weight forwards as you inhale and exhale to lower. You decide whether to use your knees. Listen to your body. Inhaling into your cobra or your upward dog. And as you exhale, we meet downward facing dog. Lovely. Take a nice deep breath in. And again, allowing those heels to sink towards the floor as you exhale. Now, energetically, you're listening to your body. So you decide as you bring your feet, your knees together, bend your knees, look forwards. And as you inhale, walk, step, or take a little hop to the top of your mat. Coming into your flat back as you inhale and exhale to fold. Lovely. Let's rise on up. Big breath in. And hands to heart. Lovely. Last time with that left leg. So hands to heart. Open the palms. Take those arms forwards as you inhale. This time as you swim the hands behind, if you're going to interlace them, maybe just shift the little finger along one so you've got the awkward way to interlace. Draw those knuckles down, breath in, and then fold over the legs. Again, taking those arms away, pushing the knuckles up towards the ceiling. Lovely, releasing the hands. As you inhale, let's lift up halfway. And as you exhale, left foot, slide it back. Now again, you can choose to keep the knee on the floor or drop the hips, pull the chest forwards and keep that back knee up. Right arm circles forwards and up. And then all the way back and down. We're just moving in this direction twice more. Thank goodness, they say. One more. And then we'll bring both hands down. So we're turning over that front foot. Again, option to drop the back knee. Or inhale, coming into that pyramid, pushing the hips up and back. And exhale to lower. Lovely. Keeping that back knee off the floor if you can, pushing up. And then coming down. Lovely. One more time. We're going to come up and hold. So again, you can always have that back knee on the floor, just pulling the toes towards your face. Or you've got both legs straight. Lovely. Let's all bend that front knee. Now plant the hands again. Really push into your hands. Keep those shoulders above the wrists as you step back into plank with control. Lovely. Inhale to shift the weight forwards and exhale to lower. Find your cobra or your upward dog. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Again, listening to your body as you bring your feet, Your knees together, bending your knees, look forwards, and as you inhale, step to the top of the mat. And exhale to fold. Let's rise on up, sweeping those arms out and up. And hands to heart. For a moment, just close down the eyes. And again, just tune in to that inner landscape, allowing the breath to settle, maybe the heart beating a little faster. So just being aware of those sensations for a moment within the body. Lovely. Beautiful, beautiful. And then blinking the eyes open. Bringing the hands to the hips. Just keeping the pelvis square as you pick up that right foot. Maybe you stay there today. Maybe balance after a little summer holiday. Feels a little wibbly wobbly. Or go ahead and bring that right knee up. Giving it a little hug, a little squeeze. Lovely. So bringing that left hand back onto your hip as you inhale, we're going to open that knee out to the side. And exhale, come back to center. Let's do a couple more like that, stabilizing through the center as you open and close the knee. And then let's keep that knee open out to the side and then find your way to your version of tree pose. Again, you can use the floor today or sole of the foot above or below the knee, hands coming back to heart. Pulling up nice and tall as you lengthen up and out of the spine. Lovely. Keeping the hands together, we'll take the arms up. And just bend the elbows. You can bring the thumbs to the back of the head and feel that lovely lift of the chest as you pull the elbows back. Yeah. Beautiful. Then offer the arms all the way up into that lovely wide V shape. I've lost my arms. And hands come above the head and all the way back down to the heart. Lovely. Now step that right foot behind your left foot. Circle the arms all the way up. This time catching hold of your right wrist. Pop a little bend in the knees as you take the body over into that lovely half moon stretch over to the left. Come up through center. Reach the arms up. This time with straight legs. Right arm down, left arm comes over the top. So it should feel like a really nice stretch through the left side. Nice, come all the way back up through center. Hands coming to heart as you step both feet underneath you. Well done, team. Very impressed with balance after a break. Give those legs a little shake. And we'll try that on the other side. So again, you decide maybe the left heel just lifts or bringing that knee up and towards the chest. Nice and tall. Find your focus. Right hand to hip. And we just open and close. Hasn't got to be a big movement. You can always do it with the ball of the foot on the floor, just opening and closing the knee. Nice. And then keeping that knee open, we'll find our way to tree pose. Sole of the foot above or below the knee, wearing slippy trousers, hands comes to heart. Lovely, pulling up nice and tall out of that standing leg. Nice, arms lift up. And then go ahead and bend the elbows, bring the thumbs behind the head so you can pull the elbows back, really lift the chest. And then take the arms nice and wide, coming into that lovely generous V with the arms. Palms touch above the head. Hands come all the way back down to your heart. Then we're going to step left foot behind right foot. Reaching those arms up, this time catching hold of your left wrist. Let's get that little tug up and over, so a little bend in the knees. And then coming up through center, left arm down, right arm over the top, legs straight this time as you pull up through the middle. Reaching the arms all the way back up. And stepping the feet underneath you as you bring the hands to the heart. Lovely, bend the knees, sweep the arms out and up, breath in. Breathing out, we fold, forgetting what that balance taught us. Inhale, lifting up halfway. Maybe that we need to be listening to ourselves after a little break as we wibble wobble. Certainly I could feel one side felt more wibbly wobbly. Into your downward dog, we'll widen our feet. Dropping down onto all fours, this time keeping those knees Again, towards the outside edges of your mat, so you can bring your big toes together. And coming into that child pose, I'm going to suggest taking your elbows towards the edges of your mat so you can allow the chest to release, bringing your forehead to rest on that little pillow you've made for yourself there. Then begin to quieten down the breath. So from there, let's extend the arms, coming back onto all fours, bringing those knees back underneath your hips. Shift the weight forwards and coming into crocodile, so lying on your tummy again with your hands supported underneath your head. You're going to bend your right knee, and maybe you just flex your foot, that's fine. Or reach round with your right hand, draw that heel in towards your bottom, and lengthen the knee away from you, so you're getting that nice stretch in the front of your thigh there. If you want to increase that, you just press your hips a little bit more firmly down in towards the floor. Getting that nice stretch and that very hard working muscle at the front of the leg. And then slowly, slowly releasing that right leg behind you so you can swap sides, bringing the left heel in. And again, maybe you just keep the hands onto the head and flex that left foot, or reach round. Same hand as foot, and bring that heel a little closer in towards you, pressing your hips down into the floor. Lovely. And then slowly releasing, hands under the head, bend both knees, toes up towards the sky, and just roll the hips from side to side like a little windscreen wiper. We've sadly needed rather a lot this summer, haven't we? Extend the legs back behind you. Let's come up onto all fours. And just swish the toes round to one side so you can drop the hips and extend both legs out in front of you. Yeah, it's been a very variable summer, hasn't it? It's felt more like winter sometimes. Sweeping the arms up, take an inhale. And down into that forward fold, maybe again, generously bending your knees. See how that feels today. Knowing that you can always plant your feet on the floor, bend the knees and tug on round the back of the thighs if you need a little bit more support today. Slowly rolling up. Just check that your heels are towards the top of your mat, so you've got space behind you. We'll bring the arms out in front, drop the chin, and slowly, slowly roll yourself down vertebrae by vertebrae. And then extend the arms back above your head, back into that lovely full body stretch. And go ahead and bring that right knee in towards the chest. With that right hand, just open that right knee out to the side, out to the right there. So you're getting a little stretch in the inner thigh. And then use your left hand to bring that knee across the body into a little twist. Adding the breath, inhaling, right hand opens the knee to the right. And exhale, left hand brings the knee across the body. One more time, inhaling, stretching the inner thigh so the knee is bent. And this time we'll hold in that twist, bringing the right knee across the body, reaching the other arm out. You can always scooch your hips a little ways over to the right to find more space there. Slowly, slowly rolling back onto your back. Coming back onto that full body stretch, reaching the arms and legs out, having a little wiggle there. And then left knee, go ahead and hug that knee up. And again, using your left hand, we'll open that knee out to the left. And then using the right hand, bring the knee across the body. Inhaling to open out to the left. And exhaling over to the right. Lovely. Let's do that one more time. This time, bring the knee all the way across into that little twist, moving the hips to the left if you need to. And rolling onto your back, keeping that knee to your chest as you slide the other knee in to join it. And with one hand on each knee, just have a little circle there. The back being massaged against the floor will go one way and then round the opposite way. And then holding around the back of the legs, we'll take both legs up towards the ceiling, flexing the feet as you press your lower back down into the floor. Nice. Drop the heels. With the hands on the knees, let's part the knees, keeping the big toes towards each other. And then you can lift your head and shoulders up off the floor to reach down towards your ankles. And then lower the head as you bring those heels towards your bottom. Try and relax your lower back down into the floor there. You might stay there, or you might come up into a happy baby, taking the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling. You can hold anywhere behind the legs, or you can reach up and hold your feet. Maybe a little sway from side to side, if that feels good. And then slowly release, bringing the knees to the chest. As you hug the knees, well, maybe you bring your nose towards your knees, just getting that last little rounding of your upper back. And then lower the head, lower the shoulders. And let those feet come down to the floor, or extend the legs out for Shavasana. You decide which works for you. Allowing a little bit of movement there to get the body nice and comfortable to begin with. That's it. And then allowing the body just to settle now into stillness. And closing the eyes. And again, acknowledging and accepting the noise around us. And then see if you can start to shift the focus from the external to the internal. Knowing that wherever we are, there'll always be those pulls on our attention from the outside world, be it noise, the to-do list. Knowing it's within our gift to shift the focus, to turn that spotlight from the outside to the inside. Using our breath as that anchoring point. Noticing the sensations of the breath in the body rather than choosing to focus on what's going on outside. Slowly just allow yourself to become more aware of what's going on outside, maybe. Hear the traffic. Or like me, the traffic and that little bird who's been singing their heart out throughout the practice. Beautiful backdrop to our practice this morning. Maybe you've been lucky enough to have something like that too. Just acknowledging what's going on outside as you begin to bring some movement back into the body now. Wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Maybe even opening up into that lovely full body stretch, reaching the arms back, extending the legs, having a little wiggle and stretch back into your body. And then go ahead and give your knees a nice hug in towards your chest. Rolling or turning to one side, coming up to seated when you're ready. Lovely. Take a nice deep breath in, circling the arms out and up. Oh, and thanking one another for carving out a little bit of quiet time to come back to our practice after a little summer hiatus. Nice to be back. Lovely to see you guys. And namaste. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, T.
Thank you, Helen. That's nice to be back
Thank
to you.